Hi, my name is Kyle Newman and I'm from a company called Move Beyond, where we help you get better results in your life and your work. And I'm going to be talking to you about how to get the results you want in your career. Today I'm talking to you about how to get the job that you want. I'm going to talk to you about this in kind of two contexts. First of all, how to get the specific job you want. So assuming that you're out on your job hunt and you see the advert and you go, I want that job. And then the second bit is in terms of how to get the job you want, i.e. your dream job long term and your kind of long term career, ideal role, ideal job. So the first one is really about matchmaking. You've seen the job, it's the one that you want, and it really is a bit like dating. You've got to match make between what they're looking for and who you are and your own experience and your own expertise. So the first part of that is really about research. You've got to look into the role in a lot more depth, find the ad, see what information you can find out about the company, more about the role. When you speak to the recruitment agents or the company direct, ask lots of questions, find out about as much as you can about the role and what they're looking for. And then it's a case of looking at your own experience, your own expertise, the things you've done in the past, the results you've got, and matchmaking that and tailoring it as closely as you can to the specific job ad that you're looking at getting the job for. And that's making sure you've tailored your CV, you've tailored what you say at interview, you've really kind of streamlined everything that you're saying, everything that you're writing about yourself to the ad and what you've learned about the job. And then particularly when you're at interview, really again asking lots of questions. Remember you've got two ears and one mouth. Make sure you're using them in that kind of context, listening. And the more you listen, the more carefully you listen, the more easily you will come back and answer the questions in a way that you're likely to get that specific job. Lastly, but not least, make sure you're prepared well, you're confident, you're well dressed, all of the obvious things that are needed in order to get that. CV is the first most important bit because that's kind of almost like your little business marketing for yourself to get the job and get yourself in the door, and then it comes down to your interviewing skills. Get really good at both and you'll have the best chance of getting the job that you want. Secondly, it's really about then that dream job, getting the dream job long term. That's slightly different. That's really about then starting to match up three core areas. The first one is what are you good at? Obviously you'll have an idea of that already, and that can be from what you've done professionally to date, but also can be stuff that you've done outside of work that you're really, really good at. But it's finding out like what you can be the best at. And matching that with another second bit, which is also really important, is what lights your fire. What really gets you excited, what has you be motivated, what would be a great, fun, really enjoyable thing to do. Because I really think the answer to career success is about doing something that you love, doing it well, and then the last bit that I'm going to talk about is getting paid for it. So it's matching up those three areas, like what do you love, what's exciting, what's going to be fun, what do you do well, and lastly, finding out then how you can get paid for that. And that's kind of after doing the first two, looking at the job market, looking at what's out there and finding out who works in a similar field, what sort of opportunities there are, what sort of jobs exist, what sort of salaries they're on, doing some really serious research to then find out how you can match what you're good at and what you love to do, what kind of excites you, with making a good solid living from doing that. So three core areas: what lights you up, what do you do well, and how can you make money doing it. Focus on those and you'll find your dream job. If you'd like to find out more about how you can get your ideal job, get the job you want and do really well and be very successful doing it, then come and see us at Move Beyond, www.movebeyond.net.